Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Richmond Olympic Oval for our fourth game today at the Canada Cup International Wheelchair Rugby Tournament between Great Britain and France. My name is Kevin Olenek. Joel Ewert is with me. Hello, Joel. You in back-to-back games?
Yeah, no rest for the weary, but here we are. It's been exciting, and I'm excited for another good game of rugby.
Yes. So Great Britain coming in 1-0. They came in with a 61-54 win over Australia. France lost to Canada 54-45 earlier. So France will want to get on the board. And so Great Britain, of course, with the 1-0 record, France 1-0. What are you looking forward to in this game?
I'm looking forward to two old rivals rekindling their rivalry, and these teams had a very close encounter at European Championships in 2021 with France edging out Great Britain by one goal in the final. So it should be another exciting game here.
Yeah, and Great Britain has been the traditional powerhouse or the dominant team in Europe, and France came in and took an opportunity there. So we'll bit of a revenge game for Great Britain. Opportunity here to see stars, of course, Stuart Robertson, Gavin Walker, and Faye West had a strong game for Great Britain in the last game, and then for France, we'll have an opportunity to look at Jonathan Hivernet and Cedric Nankin, two of their stars in France.
Yeah, France has been one of those steadily improving teams over the last little bit. In 2019 they finished fourth at European Championships, and in 2022 they were able to win the tournament. So they've been one of those teams that's been constantly improving, and I'm sure they will look to continue to improve here at the Canada Cup.
Yes, France comes in ranked number 5. Great Britain comes into this tournament ranked number 3. As players giving their final handshakes here, and it's Stuart Robertson that will be taking the draw for Great Britain. Directing traffic. Thanks to Havernet.
Yeah, so we see the tip-off here that just to start the game, and it will determine the direction of the jump ball arrow for the rest of the game here.
So Great Britain going left to right on your screen. France going right to left.
As we get some last-minute stuff sorted out here, and it looks like we're good to go.
Here we go. First whistle. Here we go. We're underway. And Flynn takes the ball for Great Britain. Passes that to Robinson. Robinson takes it in, and he opens the scoring for Great Britain. 1-0.
Robinson
So
scores our first try of the game there, one of the stars of the Paralympics in 2020.
Here comes Havernet for, number 5. That's Yarlin for France. Nice throw up to Havernet. He gets in, and he'll open the scoring here. As Jess mentioned in our last broadcast, it's going to be a lot of mistake-free ball here. First one that makes a mistake, I think, will be the one in trouble, I would imagine.
Yeah, at a best-on-best tournament like this, Canada Cup, we got 6 of the best 7 teams in the world. As we see France force a timeout from the Great Britain player, number 4, Gavin Walker, calls the timeout. And so you see Gavin just called a timeout there. That's timeouts are used can be used by any player on the court at any time. Each team gets 4, and you can kind of use them as get-out-of-jail-free cards to prevent turning the ball over. As we mentioned, turnovers are very very fast and furious here, and we see a big an attempted a big hit there by Hivernet, number 21, on France, and he hit him a little too hard as he goes up on his front bumper there and ends up grabbing a hold of number 11 there, and
Flynn,
Flynn, and that'll be a penalty on Hivernet for grabbing Flynn's chair. That's what we call a hold, and so we'll see Great Britain get a chance here 4-on-3 to score.
Robinson looking around. Gonna let him go in.
So we see number 21 Heverna there calling the inbound.
Here comes France. Up the wall, up the ball. Yarlin coming in. We have a stoppage in play.
And it looks like they've called a violation here on France. So no, on Great Britain, maybe going out of bounds there, and it's turned the ball over.
France restarts. That's Flynn. Comes up the left, switches to the right. Robinson pursuing him. Flynn does his dribble to make sure within the 10 seconds. Enters a Great Britain zone. Dribbles again. Passes back to Havernay. Havernay comes up the middle, and he'll score. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, we're expecting a very close match today, and very excited.
So here's Flynn to Robinson. Robinson. Under 3 nights, 3 players from France were on him, but Flynn is going to have a field day and on his way, and he'll take that in. And it's 3-2 Great Britain. So this game has a bit more of a physical tone to it than some of the previous games.
Yeah, you know, as we mentioned, these are 2 fierce rivals in wheelchair rugby, as they are in many other sports, and it's no difference here.
Of course, so Great Britain back in that key defense early here, as Havernay comes towards, goes to the right, does his dribble, takes it to the left, finds the corner and scores. And now we're tied at 3.
Oh, and looks like we got an equipment timeout here for Team Great Britain. It looks like number 4, Gavin Walker's axle has come out there, and we do a little axle switch, and he's good to go.
There you go, Walker jumping in as players vie for position. Walker observes, gets it to Robinson. Robinson working around. Stopped by 2 France players. Tosses that up, a race for Walker to get it. He will, and it's a race home, and he'll score. And Great Britain takes the 4-3 lead.
Yeah, a nice outlet pass there by Robinson, and we see number 44 here for Team France. Cornel Lagun has called the inbounder, and we see him inbounding number 5 here.
As Flynn comes up the right. Flynn makes a bump from Walker. Switches to the right, enters the zone. Flynn dribbles again. Finding it tough sailing to get through Great Britain's defense here. Passes it back to Havernay. Havernay turns back, dribbles, takes it to the left. He's going to work it his way in, but stopped nicely by Flynn. But the toss over to Yarlin, and he'll score, and we're tied at 4. Flynn now over to inbounds that to Gavin Walker. Walker to Robinson, and he's going to field it in. And is France playing a little too aggressive at this point, or?
Well, we just saw they tried to send 2 of their low point players on Robinson, and he was able to get free there. So you see the 2 different kinds of chairs we have here as Jonathan is able to score easily. You see the 2 different kind of chairs we have here. We have the picking chairs that are often used by low point players with the little hooks on the front, and we have the offensive chairs which are more conducive to you know, swerving in and out and getting in those tight spaces. There's a big hit.
Big hit there,
but Flynn is able to get the ball away.
Flynn to Walker. Walker scores 6-5 Great Britain.
Yeah, that was a big hit there by number 3 Cedric Nankin, one of the heaviest hitters when he gets going.
Nankin is 38. He's been on the national team since 2012. As Havernay has it, he's going to get that to Nankin. Nankin has a wide open space, and he'll score. We're tied at 6.
Yeah, speak of the devil there. There he goes in for the try, and number 3 there, Cedric Nankin, is one of France's top playmakers, and a very key part of this reigning European champion French team. As we see an equipment timeout here for a flat tire. We've got a couple flat tires, it looks like, as we see the the Great Britain equipment staff come out and tend to that. So it's a lot like NASCAR with the tire changes. The equipment staff comes out and everybody's got a spare wheel ready to go on the sideline, and so all it takes is a little pop into the axle and pop out, and they're good to go again.
Yeah, very training staff very valuable for these organizations as Robinson scores to make it 7-6.
Yeah, it takes a lot of moving parts to a rugby team, and the equipment staff are a vital piece of that.
As France comes up, here they come down the right. Nice pass to Havernay. Havernay takes it back, walks in, faces a bump for Robinson, but he'll get in and he'll score, and we're tied at 7.
Yeah, that definitely won't be the last time you hear number 21, Jonathan Havernay's name. That's one of the France's one of their primary ball carriers, and he scores a lot for them.
Yeah. As Gavin Walker comes in and scores here, so now 8-7. And France is missing a couple of players from this tournament that would have been part of their team. So an opportunity for some players to get some experience in a Canada Cup and in a wheelchair rugby tournament for them.
Yeah, it's one of those things, you wish that, they could have everybody here, but then you also, you gives opportunity for others to be here, as we see a nice long pass.
Yeah, Havernay scores. Sorry about that. Yeah, he tied at 8. Flynn will inbound this. As Walker turns to his left, looks around, sees Robinson. He catches that nicely, takes it in. We got a stoppage in play. Look out, hold.
Just it's going to be a penalty try as the player was set to score before the penalty, so it's just going to be a penalty try, and France gets the inbound here.
Here they come as Yarlin goes in. Pass to Havernay. Havernay up the middle. Stopped by Robinson. Doesn't dribble. Havernay turns around. And he'll take it to the left. And he'll score as we are tied at 9. 3:38 to go. It's not easy to score. I know it's 9-9 and everybody's getting their try, but as Robinson comes in.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff that goes into scoring a try, and sometimes they're easy and sometimes they can be quite difficult. As here we see Great Britain fall back into their key, and they try their key defense, while France is going to try their best at key offense here.
As Havernay turns back, observes what he sees. He's going to try to the right. That's unsatisfactory for him, so he'll try to the left. That's not working. So he'll try up the middle. Robinson swings for the ball and misses. Havernay dribbles again as we're down to 13 seconds on the play clock. And that's counted as a try. And an equipment issue there.
Yeah, we can see a lot of equipment staff early on in this game getting their steps in and getting their work in, and it just shows you how vital they are to a team's success.
So we've seen Great Britain a couple of times get into the key defense early in this game. What's the theory behind that?
So the theory behind the key defense is it makes the area to score a lot smaller, and you're able to defend. Takes some of the speed out of the game and some of the quickness, and it's also very tough to run key defense, as we see a turnover there for Great Britain, and France will get possession of the ball.
I believe that's our first turnover.
That's our first turnover of the game. Mark that on your bingo sheets.
There we go.
Yeah.
Under the B, turnover.
Yeah.
As
Gavin Walker there, just unable to get a handle on the ball, and we see this key defense dance all over again.
And looks like Great Britain has substituted a couple of players here. We'll touch on that here in a moment as Havernay gets that to Yarlin, and he'll score. 11-10 for France.
Yeah, it looks like for Great Britain now we have number 10 Ayaz Buta and number 7 Kylie Grimes into the game.
As Walker scores, as Ayaz Buta drove that up, and now we're tied at 11.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of chemistry between Robinson and Buta as they play on the same club team back in Great Britain, so they get a lot of reps together. As we see a deep pass here, and Cedric just able to grab it.
And that Havernay switching around, does his dribble, takes it up the middle, has a couple of blockers in front, tries to the right. 15's on the shot clock, and you're hearing the countdown, but Havernay scores. You might hear the countdown from to the right of us. This is French bench.
Yeah, you know, much like in a basketball game, you want to hear it helps out your teammates if they can hear the shot clock being counted down.
As Robinson coming in. Robinson takes his time, and he'll score, and we're tied at 12. France inbounds that in now as Yarlin comes up. Was looking to pass, now he does to Nankin. Nankin, nice grab of that. He's watched by Robinson. He's patient, gets it back to Yarlin to Havernay. Havernay.
It's a nice out there by Nankin, able to get that ball back to his high pointer.
As Havernay is able to take that in, and he'll score.
Looks like he's stopping for some time management purposes here, as everybody's trying to score the last goal because, you know, depending on the jump balls, if you're able to score the last goal of a quarter and the first goal of the next quarter, it simulates a turnover.
So 1:04 to go. Buta coming up. Pass up to, it's turned over. Yarlin picks that off. 53 seconds to go. How does France approach this? Havernay dribbles in. So they look like they're going to take their time.
Yeah, it looks like France is going to take their time. They might run the clock down here, and they might call a timeout here once the shot clock expires to get that 15 seconds back on the shot clock, and that'll. That's exactly what they're going to do here. So they call a timeout just as the shot clock expires, so that they get 15 more seconds on the shot clock, and it's going to ensure that they get that they get their best shot at scoring last here in the quarter.
So Great Britain, GB wasn't necessarily aggressive in stopping on that. Is there? Are most teams just allow that for?
Yeah, you know, for Great Britain, what they don't want to do is be too overly aggressive in that situation and get a penalty, because then they go down a player, and it's that much easier to score last goal for the opposing team.
So we're in the final 10 seconds. Havernay will try to take that in, switches to the right. He facing some good defense from both Walker and Buta, but he does get it in with 2.5 to go, and it's 13-12.
It's good last goal execution there from France, and it looks like Great Britain is just going to play it safe, and I'm on the ball, and we're at the end of the first quarter.
So France, after one quarter, France 14, Great Britain 12, as France looking for their first win in the tournament. Great Britain coming in 1-0.
Yeah, very competitive quarter of rugby there as we see some players warming up on the court and staying fresh. But very competitive quarter of rugby. You know, good action both ways, and it just shows you how evenly matched these two teams are.
Absolutely. As we take our time here to thank our sponsors that help out, are helping out with this tournament here. including the Government of Canada, the Government of BC, Richmond hosting, and of course, the Richmond Olympic Oval. Any adjustments that you're expecting from either France or Great Britain here in the second quarter?
Well, I think I think both teams are got to be satisfied with their opening quarter. Maybe Great Britain's going to look to make some adjustments on defense and put a little more pressure on France, as we know, these rivals are going to play to the very last minute, and they're going to make it as hard as they can on each other.
Yeah, so we will have one more game after this as we get to see Team Canada in its second game against Riley Bat and Team Australia. Australia will come in 0-1, Canada 1-0 as they defeated this France team. Great Britain beat Australia earlier. Anything in terms of Team Canada that you're looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the match of the two Titans there. We got Zach Medell for Canada and Riley Bat for Great Britain. Both 3.5 players that have been at the top of their games for a while now, and you won't be able to find two players that are much faster and more aggressive than those two, Zach and Riley. So definitely looking forward to those two going head to head, as well as just two great teams going head to head.
They look like brothers from different mothers. If you have, they literally almost look like each other.
Yeah, it's both intimidating and scary when they're coming at you full speed. That's for sure.
As we're underway here in the second quarter, France takes the ball up 14-12. Havernay taking it in on the left. Robinson with some good defense there. Havernay does his dribble, tries the right. Great Britain is not obliging, so he'll try the left, and he gets in nicely there. So it looks like Great Britain has substituted again, as has France, I believe. As I look here and see Nicolas Valentin team on the field for France, and that is
number 9, Ollie Magnon, scoring his first try of the game for Great Britain.
Ollie Magnon, yes.
Magnon.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm new at this thing.
That's totally fine. The benefit I had is I had an opportunity to pronounce his name before. That here as Havernay is in again. Spins to his right. Allows blockers to set up for him. He'll take it to in. Oh, but Robinson does a nice stop there, but Havernay does score. And it's 16-13 France.
Yeah, Havernay, one of the most agile players in the world, and he's got a very unique pushing style with pushing the one wheel at a time at times, and it can be very effective. And he's quite shifty because of it.
As Great Britain scores there to make it 16-14. Maybe dig into that. What are some of the different pushing styles that you can see that fans can be watching?
Yeah, so we see Havernay's got this one-handed shifty pushing style, but it's also very long, and it's a very long pushing style. And then we look at somebody else on the France team, number 1, Nicolas Valentin, and he's got a little bit more of a choppier pushing style. And we see there we have a reach call coming here to France. That's going to be number 10,
Bryce Moreau.
Yeah, he goes to the box for a reach. So he was obviously reaching for the ball and got a piece of a Great Britain player's arm.
So an opportunity here for Great Britain to cut into the lead. Robinson waiting around.
So we see Robinson waiting around here. Great Britain is trying to gang an advantage for once they score to make it tough for France to inbound the ball. They were trying to tie up number 21 Havernay, and now it looks like they're going to inbound or trap the penalty box here. As number 10 attempts to enter the court, and it looks like after our equipment timeout here, we got a France and a Great Britain player stuck together like a jigsaw. And we got 3 people out. Oh, we got a 4th. Let's see if they can get this. There we go.
There we go. Well done.
There we go. That's why you need equipment staff.
Yeah. Good job by the France equipment staff to split that up. And France gets the ball as Valentin he's going to take the ball on the pass and bumped by Robinson. He looks around, gives it to Havernay. Havernay, watched by 2 or 3 Great Britain players there. He's having trouble getting the pass off, but he shifts well to the right and moves to the left, to the right again. They're using that pushing style that Josh mentioned there, as we're hearing that countdown 11 seconds ago, and France does score to make it 18-15.
Yeah, now we see a 3-goal lead for France, courtesy of their last goal execution last quarter.
As Great Britain's going in, a nice job there by Mannion to hustle after that, making it 18-16. Havernay take the ball from on the inbound, comes in up the middle. Watched by 3 Great Britain players, gets by them, moves up the right, does the dribble, passes that off, and scoring is Valentin again.
Yeah, nice. Some good shiftiness shown there by Jonathan Hivernat, and one of the, as I mentioned, one of the more shifty players in the world.
Now Robinson will get that out in here, and Mannion having a productive outing now. I believe that's his 3rd straight goal for Great Britain.
Yeah, as we see, Great Britain was able to transition, number 21, Hivernat, and now he's going to have to inbound the ball, which is not typically France's first choice, as you want him on the court getting that first touch, but he's able to get the ball back here from Valentin and move up the court.
As he does there. And that does seem to be a strategy for most teams. You saw that with Great Britain trying to do that earlier with Riley Batt, and France trying to do that with Canada as well. One of the keys to victory, I guess, in wheelchair rugby is getting your best player, getting the other team's best player in as much of a disadvantage as possible.
Yeah, it's getting that top player out of.
We have a.
Yeah, we have a timeout, bench timeout right here, and they're gonna talk things over here. And
it looks like the France team is questioning score.
Yeah, the French team is questioning the score as they fixed it now. We're back up to a 3-point lead for France, as it should be. And
here's Mannion moving in, up the left. Mannion looking around, was about to dribble, but was going to lose the ball. Gets it to Robinson. Good work there. Robinson scores.
Yeah, very close to another turnover there for the French team, as they're able to swipe the ball out of Mannion's arms there, but it came right to his teammate.
So 2018 France, approaching the halfway mark here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and France is in trouble here, as we mentioned. Jonathan Hivernat runs the show for them offensively in many ways, and Great Britain was able to transition him with their number 3 and their number 4, and that has led to a timeout for the French team. So some good defense there by Team Great Britain.
As they have Great Britain, they've made a couple of substitutions. Ryan Cowling out there doing that, as well as Jack Smith, number 5, they were the one on Havernay there. So France inbounds. It's into Havernay. Works back, watched by Robinson, bumped by Robinson. Havernay passes that up to Valentin, and he races in and scores. And it's 21-18 for France. France looking for their first win in this tournament. It's Great Britain inbounds. Cowling. Gets it to Robinson. Robinson coming down the right does a dribble, and he'll score easily. 21-19. And now see sort of a similar situation here and with France as they're working on that with Valentin as well, trying to get him out of transition, but Havernet moving in. And he'll score 22-19. And we got a hold.
On France's number 4 there, looks like. So he'll go to the box, and Great Britain will have a chance to play some 4-on-3.
That's Adrian Chalmin there in the penalty area. It's Robinson looks around, and
so we see Great Britain here. Looks like they've decided to tie up number 1, Valentin, for the inbound, but he's able to get back into the play here, and France is able to run the offense that they would like here.
Here comes Havernet, sorry. It's Valentin. Valentin is about to stop there nicely, but carrying on is Bryce Moret.
Yeah, good job there by Valentin. You had number 9 Mannion trying to hunt him down, but he was able to turn out, and now we see Mannion with the ball here, bringing it up for Great Britain. Gets it over to Robinson.
And he gets it in. It's 23-21. Both teams starting to flow back and forth. Getting into that zone, and we've seen mistake-free rugby for the last couple minutes. It's Havernet. Able to dribble. And a nice pass, and Valentin scores.
Yeah, you know, with a nice pass, that means some good spacing on that one too. Valentin was able to keep his space from the rest of the pile, and made that pass very nice and easy for Havernet.
Looks like we have a tire adjustment needed for Morel.
Yeah, so players get up to 60 seconds for an equipment timeout, but you often don't see them get close to that threshold. The equipment staff are pretty quick with what they do.
Like NASCAR, as you said, is meant.
Oh, and we see a big hit there from number 10.
Mannion's down.
Yeah, we see Mannion just here, goes out to reach for the ball, and number 10 goes in there, tries to get the ball out of him, and it's just a big hit, but we'll see what the referee called here. It looks like they've called an advantage on number 10.
It looks like
as he's in the box.
So we have some substitutions coming here. Grimes comes in, as well as Gavin Walker returns in. Ayaz Buta comes in as well.
Yeah, so we see Great Britain here play 4-on-3. And it looks like they are going to try to trap the inbounder, or trap the person in the box, and he's going to call inbounder here, and France is going to run their offense.
Here they come. That's Havernet on the left. Takes it up the middle. Bumped. Robinson dribbles, takes it in. And he takes it to the left, and he'll score 25-22. As there's Buta with the ball. And he takes it to the left. He was looking for the long pass, decided to go short to Robinson. Now they find Walker. He'll score. It makes it 25-23.
Yeah, ball got to the same spot there, but he decided to go with a safe pass, which I guess was the right call, as they were able to get the goal nice and easily.
As they say, sometimes better safe than sorry.
That's for sure.
He
was not sorry on that occasion.
Exactly. There's Havernet moving in. Havernet up the middle. He runs into his own player, spins around again, takes it to the right.
As we see France entering some clock management mode here.
Havernet taking his time, and he'll score with 10 seconds to go on the clock. That's a minute 18 to go in the half. Walker inbounds to Robinson. Robinson up the middle, and he'll pass that to Walker. He will take that in. We have a France player down.
Yeah, it looks like that's number 1, Nicolas Valentin. As our colleague Frosty would say, he's been hit out of his chair, but I would argue that he's still in his chair and he has just fallen over.
I feel that's more accurate, actually, what you're saying. He's technically not out of his chair.
So that's 2 votes for me then.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
We'll see.
Am I going to get in trouble from Frosty is the question.
I don't know.
So it looks like France is making some substitutions here.
As we see number 7, Matthew Thierry, inbound the ball. And yeah, we got some new players here for France.
Great Britain was in on in the key defense. Havernet will strike in. So 55.4 seconds to go. Great Britain will inbound here.
Yeah, so France's goal here is to make Great Britain take at least 15 seconds to score, and as we see Ayaz take his time there, but perhaps he could have been a little quicker, as it now gives France an opportunity here with 46 seconds to try to score the last goal of the quarter. Oh,
good stop by Robinson,
yeah,
and it is
that's a great play by Robinson and Buta there to get a turnover there as the ball goes off of the inbounder just as he's trying to come back into the court, and Great Britain now with the ball, and now they have the chance to score the last goal here.
So 40 seconds to go, 36 on the shot clock. Robinson will take his time.
Yeah, so we see Great Britain with hoping to cut this lead to 1 going into the half. And they're going to start their attack here now.
Here comes Robinson on the left. Here in Great Britain, bench countdown. Robinson will pass to Walker, and he will score.
Yeah, scary times there for Walker. He was able to dribble the ball up in the air and grab it just in the nick of time before anybody could get to him. And now 6 seconds left here. France looks like, we had what they call a bump attempt from number 21 there, Jonathan. But that was snuffed out, and now we have just under a second left, 0.9 seconds to be exact. And it looks like France is just going to play it safe, and that's the end of the half.
So, after first half, France 27, Great Britain 26. As Great Britain was able to cut into the lead here with with getting a man advantage late, and then getting that big turnover late from Sean Robinson. Able to cut that 3-point lead down to 1. And so we are in for a pretty interesting second half here.
Yeah, it looked like at the beginning of that second quarter, France was kind of rolling, and they might look to expand their lead, but Great Britain kept fighting, and we're in for a doozy. It looks like.
Absolutely, as we thank some other sponsors here that have helped with with the tournament here. Vesco Wheelchairs, Moulton, the local 258 of IBEW, and the Sheraton Vancouver Airport. As what adjustments are we expecting here? It looks like France has been able to get not only Havernet involved, but a couple of other players were heavily involved. We just saw some scoring from Valentine, but from Great Britain, you got to see a lot of number 9 Ollie Mannion get involved in the play as well. And what other any adjustments that you're expecting here in the second half?
I think both teams are going to look to stick to the same thing. We saw the chemistry between Robinson and Buta, able to create a couple turnovers there, and that towards the end of that first half. And yeah, we'll see. For France, it seemed like the couple times that Great Britain was able to get number 21 there, Jonathan Hivernat, tied up. And he was denied the first touch on the inbound. It seemed to cause problems for France. So if you're Great Britain, that's something you're going to look to keep doing. And if you're France, that's you want the ball in Jonathan's hands as much as possible, as he's been the playmaker out there, and he's been orchestrating a lot of their offense.
As we're getting our warm-ups here.
As we see on the replay there, that big collision between Magnon and number 10 there, Morel.
And then the turnover from Robinson as passes that to Walker. That's a nice play there from Walker.
Yeah, he was just able to. The ball went to he was only able to get a hand on it at first, but it went to the perfect spot, which was straight down right into his lap. Very close for France there though, getting one, and it's been a very entertaining game. I would say the closest to the tournament so far that I've seen.
Yes, I think you're right. I believe this is the first one that is less than 3 to 5 points. I was just doing my math here off the top of my head, but I think this is the first one that is 1 point. So looking at Great Britain here just the rest of the way, as we pull up the schedule, which is right there, we've got tomorrow they'll have Japan at 4 o'clock and then Denmark as well. And then for France, they'll have Japan at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And then they are on playing Australia. So,
yeah, both teams getting a chance to play the Japanese team tomorrow. One of the favorites here this year, the Canada Cup, that's for sure. A very, very tough team. We just saw them previously play against Denmark and were able to come out victorious rather comfortably. So yeah, it's as we said, those six of the top 7 teams in the world here at this tournament, and lots of so going to be lots of close games, and you don't want to take anybody for granted.
Nope. And if you're French, you absolutely, I mean, I'm being about Captain Obvious here, but you don't want to go down 0-2 heading into tomorrow. You do want to get that first win out of your way, get yourself feeling good for the rest of the day as you're preparing for Japan tomorrow.
Yeah, especially with the tournament format, there's no semifinals. It's just a gold medal final and a bronze final. So every game is of the utmost importance.
As we're underway here in the second half, as Great Britain will start with the ball. That's Robinson trying to get it in, gets it to Walker, and he pushes his way in. And we are tied at 27 to start. as France has the ball now to the Havernet. Great Britain, though, aggressive to start the half. But Havernet able to move away from Robinson, but Robinson comes back. Havernet takes it on the right, and he will regain the lead for France, 28 to 27. Walker inbounds. To H.S. Buda. Buda. Moving the ball quite confidently. Takes it up the right. Does his dribble. Stopped. Pass to Robinson. Almost turned over, but Robinson, good hands there. Scores. And it's Great Britain tying again.
Yeah, Butza got caught nice and close to the sideline there, but was able to get the pass away before too much trouble came his way.
Havernet with the ball. Pass up here. Jarlin. And France will score that as Le Guin scores. Pardon me. 29-28. Has Buta with the ball. He's working with Robinson. Does the dribble. Passes it to Robinson. Robinson is in. And
yeah, an easy goal there for Great Britain as they look to transition back to defense. And for France, we seem to have everybody stuck pretty low here. This is not usually the most ideal situation.
As Havernet tries to take it up on the left, passes that, and good job there by Lynn, and he'll score.
Yeah, I think Robinson's laughing as I think he got just one fingertip on that pass, but was not quite able to get it. And here we are going the other way now, and a hit and a turnover. Oh no, the ball came right back to Great Britain.
Yeah, that was an attempt at a turnover there. Great Britain was able to recover and score. So tied again at 30.
And we see once again here, Great Britain, both of their high pointers are stuck. And
nice play by Robinson, who gets the ball though.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to stay with France, but you see the effectiveness of when Great Britain's able to tie up the two high pointers on the French team. It leads to a lot of issues here, and once again, we see France all kind of stuck low on their side of half, and they're forced to call a timeout, much to the delight of the Great Britain bench.
Yeah, so France calls a timeout, and
yeah, so when a player timeout is called before 15 seconds on the shot clock, it does not reset. It's going to stay at 26, but it does reset the 12-second count for Team France. As we saw there, Team France took a timeout as they were a little bit worried that they weren't going to be able to get the ball over half in 12 seconds. That's one of the rules of rugby that helps cause a little bit of chaos. Is you only have 12 seconds to get that ball over half.
And for those who may not notice it, the way that that is called is the ref will move his hand as counting of the seconds, if anyone is wondering how that is counted.
Yeah, it's not actually. Sometimes player will argue as we see a penalty here. Looks like it's going to be four in the key here against Great Britain. But yeah, you see that it's the 12 seconds is done with the ref's hand, and it's not actually in direct relation to the shot clock. So you'll see some players complain sometime as it seems that 12 seconds has elapsed on the shot clock when it's when it's all up to the referee's count.
Right. France with the ball. Jarlin moving in. Jarlin to Havernet. Spins back. Dribbles. Havernet does a nice move there. Takes it to the right. Robinson does a nice stop, though. Havernet trying to find some room. 13 seconds to go. Haverny tries again and does get the try in. Robinson, good job defensively there. Good effort by Robinson.
Risky there though. He reached for the ball with the player in the box and risked putting his team down 2 guys. But
and that's that France ball there.
It looks like it's.
Ball went out of Buta's hand. I'm not sure who knocked it out. It's France's ball.
So it seems to have gone off Buta then, as we see a pass here and a consolidation of that turnover by Team France, and they now lead by 2.
32-30 for France. Great Britain having some trouble here. But Robinson gets that to Buta. And Haverny on the defensive Buta. Great job there. Or did he? He did get it. Yes, he did.
He got a hold of it. And Great Britain there with some struggles, but they were able to pull a rabbit out of the hat there as Buta was able to hold on to that ball in the end.
Yes, great job there. I couldn't tell if Buta had it just because his back was towards me, but nice job there. 32-31. Here comes France. Yarlin spinning his way in. Watched by Buta. Yarlin dribbles, gets it back to Haverny. Haverny spins well. Takes it to the left and makes it 33-31. Now, how concerned would you be if you're France with one timeout to go here halfway through the third quarter?
Well, you know, it's the old adage goes, you can't take them home. So I feel that, you know, they've used the timeouts effectively. But
nice pass to Buta. He'll score.
Yeah, we saw the French bench getting excited as Great Britain was getting close to a 12-second count there.
Here's France coming up again. Yarlin. As the intensity of this game has certainly picked up here. Here's a nice pass and good catch, and that's goal for Le Guin. 34-32. And Walker to Robinson.
Easy goal there for Robinson as the transition starts now for Team Great Britain.
3 players right now are on Haverny on the right. Can't see that on the screen. They're coming up here, left to right. Here comes France as Yarlin was in trouble on the 12-second clock there and lost it. And Robinson will score.
Yeah, it's fitting that Robinson gets to score that goal as Great Britain sent 3 players on Hivernat, leaving 3 players for Robinson to guard, but he was able to do a very good job and force France into a turnover.
So we're tied at 34 as Haverny comes up the right, and he gets it in over, does his dribble, takes it in, and he'll score to regain the lead for France. And there's a pass. Ejaz Buta coming up the left, and he does a dribble to make sure, and he'll score, and we're tied again at 35. France inbounds. Great Britain now showing some aggressiveness.
Yeah, their defense has really picked up here. As we see a deep pass.
And that is a Great Britain ball.
I think we actually have a France ball.
Oh, sorry, France ball.
I don't know if it was a headsy play by number 7 there, Matthew Thierry, to deflect the ball off the Great Britain player, but it does help France retain possession.
Yeah, my apologies. Misread the call there. That's France's ball. And Haverny will take it back. and score. Some good blocking there by Morrow looked like to help that go in.
Looks like Jonathan has given the universal signal for wheel.
All right.
So he's going to need a new one.
As the only group faster than NASCAR comes onto the court.
Yeah, we should time them maybe.
Maybe we should.
See who's got the fastest crew.
Maybe should we do the one hand?
Yes. Yeah. There we go.
3, 4.
Gotta talk to some referees about how to get my synchronize my count.
There we go.
Yeah.
Very quick. Quicker than I can do it. That's what I'll tell you. As pass up here to Walker. Walker waits and gets that back to Ijaz Buddha, and he'll score.
A nice out there by Walker as he was double teamed, but able to get it out to Ayaz for the try.
36-36. France takes the ball up.
And we see Great Britain able to get that first touch out of Jonathan's hands, but he's able to shift his way through the Great Britain defense and score rather easily.
Nice job by Haverday there, 37-36. Ijaz Buddha will score, and 37-37. Not sure what his. It looked like there was a hand signal there from.
Yeah,
I think it was.
I missed that. I don't quite know what it was. But regardless, it looks like they got a pretty good defensive setup here. They have Hivernaz stopped, and he's going to have to pass here.
And nicely done. And Valentin will spin around. As now we're in the point of clock management. Both teams. Haverday, though, takes the ball, goes to the left, stop, tries from the right, dribbles, takes it to the left. We're in the final 10 seconds of that shot clock, though. So 5 seconds. Haverday needs to figure it in and does there with just 3 seconds to go in the shot clock. Cutting it close, but getting it in. 38-37 for France. And Ijaz Buddha's with the ball.
Pretty good defense here from France. But
gets it to Walker. 38-38.
we have a barn burner on our hands, folks.
Yeah, very strong, intense game here from Great Britain and France. As Haverday comes up again and takes his time. He's got 29 on the shot clock. Takes it up the middle. As we approach our final minute here in the third quarter, and France bench is counting down the clock. Haverday dribbles again. He's got 10 seconds. Spins well, knocked away by Buddha. Ijaz Buddha chasing after it. He will get it. And great job here to get it to Robinson. And what a nice play. Great Britain takes their lead.
Yeah, you know, that's a big play there by the veteran number 10, Buta. Big play, especially in a close game like this. You know, turnovers seem to be at a premium. So in a close game like this, a one-goal game, it's every turnover really counts.
Absolutely, as Haverday will go in, and
it looks like France is turning out to hold for last goal here.
And I think he's looking like he's signaling that he might time out this, but I'm not sure.
I don't think he'll have to, as there's only a 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Okay.
So he's got 10 seconds here.
And again, Robinson knocks it out, and it will be.
It's going to be France ball.
France
here.
ball.
So there's 7.9 in the game clock, but only 7 on the shot clock.
Haverday moving in 5 seconds ago. Haverday pass, and they.
And it looks like there's going to be a no goal there. The clock the shot clock just ran out before number 4. Adrian Shalman was able to cross the line, and so Great Britain will retain its lead going into the fourth quarter.
39-38, a very well played, tightly played game here, tightly played third quarter, and Great Britain has their first lead heading into the fourth quarter as
Great Britain, great job battling back. They were down early, but now they've come back and lead going into the fourth quarter.
Well, they made the two big plays late in the second quarter, cut it down to 1, and then they took the lead here into the second quarter. As we want to thank some other sponsors of our tournament here: Sheraton Vancouver Airport, Hilton Vancouver Airport, the Marriott Vancouver Airport, World Wheelchair Rugby, Wheelchair Rugby Canada, and BC Wheelchair Sports for all of their support throughout this Canada Cup tournament. 39-38 here, as I don't expect a even more intense, tightly contested battle here heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's I'm going to call it the game of the tournament so far. Put my stamp on it, but it's been a very entertaining game through three quarters, and the closest to the tournament so far.
Absolutely, and we still have one more game. 7:30, Canada will face Australia. Should be that should be a good game, and then we're back in action tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Japan will play France. Germany will play Denmark at 12 o'clock. We have two games at 4. Great Britain will play Japan, and then France will play Australia. And then Denmark will end up the day facing Canada at 6 o'clock. So,
yeah, just a lot of good action coming our way. And if you're able to make it down to the Oval to watch some of these games in person, as entertaining as they are online, it's even more of a spectacle in person. So, if you're able to make it down to the Oval.
There were a few Denmark fans here cheering their team on, and there is, just watching there are some good fan bases out there that come out and cheer their team, and you look at watch Paralympic games and the support there that you see from a lot of the teams, very creative in how they're supporting their teams. So should be come out and enjoy this live as well. Absolutely, it's a great atmosphere. As we head into the fourth quarter here, France inbounds the ball. That's Yarlin with it. Yarlin gets blocked by the returning back in the game for France, Star Nankin. And France will dribble and score to tie the game at 39. As Gavin Walker observes what's out there before he inbounds, passes that to Robinson. Robinson spins to his right, gets it back to Gavin Walker. Walker has Ajaz Buddha with him, gets it to Buddha. He'll score, and great GB grabs the lead with a 40-39 lead.
Yeah, good play by Robinson and Buddha there. As we look at the timeouts, Great Britain still has 3 remaining, as France only has 1, and you got to wonder if that'll become a factor here in a one-goal game.
Have to see how that plays out. As here they come. Aggressive GB defense, but moving in again, Havernet passes that to Yarlin, and Yarlin will score to tie the game again at 40-40.
Yeah, it looks like GB there was playing a defense that's hovering around the center line, looking for some backcourt violations and turnovers, as we see Buta get the ball and have a easy breakaway goal.
So 40-40, and now we're not on your screen at this point, but covering Rodolph Yarlin was Great Britain there, but Havernet gets in on the left. And a good stop by Robinson, but by the pass to Arlen works, and it's 41-41. Walker, not in a hurry, gets it to Robinson. Robinson.
GB's in trouble here.
A good pass, Robinson to Walker there, it looks like. And He will pass that to Ajaz Buddha, and he'll score 42-41. Back and forth we go. Le Guen from France. He's been on the national team since 2012. Havernet. Moving in. He takes a bump, takes it to the left, and he'll score, tied at 42. Now you wonder when France starts to get a little bit more aggressive, and here in terms, and it looks like that starts a little bit now. Ajaz Buddha's with it. Passes that nicely to Robinson. Robinson will take that in.
Yeah, 6-10. Still lots of game left for both teams, and should be a very exciting finish. As we see Great Britain drop into the key here.
Yeah, they have Nankin's in there already, but Havernet scores.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to take advantage of Nankin being in the key, either hit him out or keep him in there, but Havernet was able to score rather easily.
Now, you did mention something a little bit earlier about in the key. You can have 3 players in the key, but not 4.
Yeah,
4 is a violation.
Yes, so defensively, you're allowed three players in the key, but so a 4th player has to be outside of the key at all times, and then offensively, each player is only allowed to be in there for 10 seconds at a time, much like the 3 in the key basketball rule that you see.
Right. There we go. As Havernet takes it up, goes to the left, and loses it. And it is...
It's going to be France ball that's
was
checked out, even though Buta was really hoping that he could convince the ref that it was actually Great Britain ball.
And the continued streak of the ref being always right goes on in any sport.
Yeah, undefeated.
Undefeated. That and Father Time.
Oh.
Good pass and goal for France.
Yeah, nice grab there by number 5, Jarlan.
Does his job there. Grimes and Walker work it out. Gavin Walker. Good block by Kelsey Grimes. Walker will get that to Ajaz Buddha, and he'll score. And Great Britain continues to hold the 1-point lead advantage here.
Yeah, that's a great thing you mentioned. It's for the low pointers, the blocking is the main part of their role, and so you won't see them carry the ball much, and you may not. They may not get all the glory, but they make a lot of things happen out there by getting in people's way.
Absolutely, as that pass is.
That looked to me like it was off France there at half court, off the hands of Jarlan, and Great Britain forces a turnover here, a crucial turnover with only 4:51 remaining, and they're already up 1, hoping to stretch their lead to 2.
As Great Britain with the ball, Gavin Walker inbounds that to Robinson. As Great Britain has an advantage to increase their lead to 2. Robinson pushes his way up the left. Havernet tries to stop him, will not do that. And now Great Britain has a 2-point lead, 46-44. As see what France can do here. Le Guen is going to inbound that. Looks around, gets it to Havernet. Havernet gets around, and he's going to dribble. And what hustle by Gavin Walker to come back to at least make this an issue with Havernet. Havernet will score, making it 46-45. And it looks like Ajaz Buddha will be the one that's inbounding that. As there's a battle for positioning here. Robinson, Buddha has trouble with Yarlin, gets away, takes it up the middle. He does his dribble, and he will shift that in, making it 47-45.
Good defensive pressure there from France, making it hard to inbound the ball, and then Almost getting a strip there off Ayaz Buta.
Gwen will inbound to Haverday, France. Halfway through the fourth, looking to cut into this Great Britain lead. Haverday goes in, and he will score. And it is 47-46, and
it looks like France has called a bench timeout.
So
looking to get their players some rest here, as we've had a pretty non-stop game and a pretty non-stop fourth quarter. So especially here in the fourth quarter, you can use each team gets 2 bench timeouts, and they're often used in the fourth quarter to give a chance at some rest. As you've seen in the game of ultra rugby, there's not a lot of time to stop and rest and get some water.
As Walker takes it up, there's a battle here right in the middle with Ajaz Buddha and Cedric Nankin.
Yeah, you see why Nankin so effective there, making life hard for Buta, but we see Robinson able to push the ball across half and score the try.
48-46. Great Britain. Le Guin inbounds it. Haverday spins. Spins again. And the pass gets to Le Guin, and he'll score and makes it 48-47. 3:28 to go. Walker will take that in. Pass. Sorry, Walker. I thought Walker inbounded that. Pardon me. Walker is going to take it in, and he will score. And
yeah, you can feel the tension growing here as we get now 3:16 left on the clock. We have Great Britain 49, France 47.
Here comes France. Haverday up the left. He's got Nankin open, and he gets it. Nankin thwarted a bit by Robinson. He'll score 49-48.
Nice play there by Nankin, keeping his space and able to score the try.
As Nankin goes back into his battle with Ajaz Buddha. But here comes Robinson, gets it to Buddha. Buddha has to race for it, gets it, and 40. They get to 50 to 48, 2:51 to go.
Nice pass there from Robinson to Buddha, and we see that some of that chemistry shine through from the 2 club teammates back in Great Britain.
And as they're working together now, as Haverday moves in, and 50 to 49. Walker to Grimes to Walker. Walker takes it up the right. Passes that nicely to Buddha. He'll score 51-49.
Yeah, and we see getting into crunch time here, and France is going to have to create some turnovers here if they want a chance to win this game.
And it looks like Great Britain well aware of that as they're putting the pressure on. Haverday comes in, pass to Nankin, and Nankin scores 51-50. 2:08 to go. Buddha, Robinson.
France needs a turnover here.
Robinson takes it to the right. Good job by Walker to block. And now Robinson is going to take his time with under 2 to go.
Yeah, you're going to want to, if you're Robinson, you're going to want to bleed this clock as much as possible. Try to take as much time off the clock and leave as little as possible on the clock there for Team France to try to get this game tied up.
Now, if you're France, is it a situation where you want Great Britain to score as quickly as possible so you can get the ball back as quickly as possible?
Yes, but also when you're down 2 here, you need a turnover to start tying the game, and more importantly 2 turnovers to be back in the lead as we see France in trouble here, and they're going to be forced to use their last timeout. Great job there by Robertson and Ayaz playing some D there, and we saw Hivernay being in a danger zone there and almost pushed out of the court, but he was able to use his timeout. That was France's last timeout as they attack the key now.
Here they go. Hivernay goes in, gets it. 52-51. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go. Walker, Buda, Robinson to Gavin Walker, who inbounded it and scores it. 53-51. So we approach the final minute here.
France is just going to want to score as quick as possible.
Havernay trying to get to his right. Garland trying to create some open space so Havernay can launch it. There's the pass, and Harlan gets it. 45 seconds to go. Harlan dribbles. Back to Havernay. 35 seconds to go.
13 on the shot clock.
And 10 on the shot clock. Havernay does score.
So now France needs a turnover here to tie the game, and if they can't get it, we'll see what happens.
Robinson takes it. He's going to take that up 20 seconds ago. He's got that to H.S. Buda. And shot clock turned off. Robinson scores 54-52.
So France is up against it here. They're going to have to score as quick as possible as we see Hivernay wheel up the court.
Pass to Nankin, and 1.4 seconds to go.
Great Britain just got to get the ball inbounds here, and they do that. And
so
close game, but Great Britain pulls it out.
Great Britain wins 54-53, so they'll go to 2-0. France 0-2. Close game, and already declared by Josh the game of the day. So
yeah, it's interesting. We as we mentioned off the top, these two teams played at the European Championships in 2022 with France coming out by 1 point on top, and here at the Canada Cup it seems the script is flipped, and now we have Great Britain coming out with the 1 point victory.
Gotcha. There we go. Yeah, so France beats Great Britain 44-43, and Europe, but tonight different. Great Britain beats France 54-53. As we wrap this one up here and prepare for the next game at 7:30. We'll just quickly thank their sponsors of our games here. Here for the Rugby International Wheelchair Rugby Canada Cup, Government of Canada, Government of BC, Richmond Sport Housing, Richmond Olympic Oval, Vesco Wheelchairs, Moulton, Local 258 IBEW, Sheraton Vancouver Airport, Hilton Vancouver Airport, Marriott Vancouver Airport, the World Wheelchair Rugby Canada, and BC Wheelchair Sports. The final score again from the Richmond Olympic Oval. Great Britain 54, France 53. Josh, it was a pleasure calling this game.
It's Joel.
And I called you Joel.
That's all right.
And that is...
We got 3 days to work on this. It's all good.
That's all good. My name is Calvin. And thanks, everyone, and we'll talk to you all our next game, Canada versus Australia. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.